Some people will be removed from the meeting. Why? Okay. So far we started by looking into having an overview data analysis. I'm sure we remember the end-to-end process of analyzing data, from from understanding the aim of the analysis, what do our stakeholders want, to gathering the data collection based on the understanding we have of the requirements. From that to cleaning the data transformation, cleaning the data for analysis. After cleaning the data, we carry out our analysis. After carrying out the analysis, we share our findings, and then it is acted upon. Okay. So we also by way of mention, we looked at data cleaning and data integrity. It's important to ensure your data is clean, right? You ensure your data is not biased, to ensure integrity of your analysis. Yeah. So here is a data set, a sales data set, fictitious though, a sales data set from a company called Superstore. Okay. Yes. And here they're into sales. And we're given this data set and we're asked to analyze it. I'm just trying to recap. The first thing we do when we have these data sets is to understand that when you get a data set like this, understand the context of the data set, right? So typically I'd go row by row, and you could even put a filter, Control-Shift-L, just to ensure, for a quick peek, to ensure that the data is consistent. Here we have dates consistent. Yes, to avoid to ensure there are no errors, there isn't inconsistency of data, right? So typically you do that row by row, or rather column by column. I mean, having worked with this data a number of times, I'm quite sure the data is as clean as it could get. We have the column for sales. We have the column for quantity, discount, profit. So in understanding the context of our of this data, in understanding the context, you going through the end-to-end, that's from the start column to the finish column, could give you an idea of, number one, what message the data is passing. Number two, the information you could derive from this data. Okay. So typically when it comes to data analysis, domain knowledge is very much important. What do I mean by domain knowledge? Having an understanding of the business, having an understanding of what you are analyzing, the context behind it. So if it is a sales data like this, you want to have a good understanding of how sales work. And like I said, sales data is one of the best data sets to work with when you're learning data analysis, because it is something we can mostly relate with, right? Most of us order stuff online. I mean, we go to the market to buy anything whatsoever. This gives an idea. Oh, this is order number, order ID, the day it was ordered, the ship date. A lot of us are already ordering from Temu, right? And then there's Jumia, Konga, and all that. ShopRite, Market Square, most of them. But so we have the ship date, we have the order date, we have the ship mode, customer name, segment, country, city, state, and all that and all that. We have category, subcategory, product name, sales. So this data has this data set has a lot of information we can harness. So typically, one thing you can do is to maybe use a pen and paper or somewhere, somehow take note of the stuff you can extract from there. Take note of the information you can extract from the data set. Okay, so here I can see order dates, and that would be pretty good information, or to know quantity of items ordered or sales by order date. Or that there is also ship dates. We can carry out an analysis where we can see the duration or the time it takes between order and shipment. Typically, we can get an average time duration on that to give us an idea of operations in this store. Ship mode, yeah, second class, standard class, whatever that means. I'm sure the stakeholders would understand. Okay. Same day, first class, standard, second class, da, da, da. And the rest of them, the customers, we can get top customers. We can know what items a customer is buying, customer segments, and we can get sales from each of the segments, right? So the states, I think I'm just repeating myself. So having said that, let us get to work. Typically, I had mentioned 2 ways we can do this. Okay, so we have the pivot table. We go to insert and pivot table or pivot table. So there is this. We could also choose to maybe convert this to a table. We choose to convert this to a table first. And then we go to insert, pivot table, and okay, we can rename this table. Under table design, you see table name here. So we can call this Superstore data. Syntax error. I don't know what that is. Okay, Superstore sales. That will be the name of the table. So if we go to insert, so if you remember, now table has using a table has its advantage. And the advantage of using a table to analyze is or converting to a table first It's not necessary, but the advantage is if you need to make an update, like if you need to add more rows to the table, it's going to help. It's you can update it, and once you refresh your pivot tables, it's going to apply. If you want to add another column, say at this point, we'll probably want to find uh, something, some computation, and we want to add another column here. Maybe sales minus profits to know the cost price. Yeah, that kind of thing. Then we can do that. Yeah, we'll add it, and all we just need to do is refresh our pivot tables and to implement. Whereas if it is just if we do not convert to a table, I want to add another additional column, we'll have to tweak around, go to some share a longer process right now. I wouldn't want us to go so deep into that. But I'll just go and create my pivot table and new worksheet. Yes. So let me name this worksheet. Let me name this data sets. And then I'll just move this here. Okay, name this pivot analysis. Yeah. Okay, so we start to create our pivot tables. So what's the first information we should take from here? Maybe order dates. To do that, so I'll put order date in the row, and then I'll put sales. Yeah. If I right click and format, I want it in currency, probably in numbers. Or do I want it in, maybe currency? Two decimal places. Okay. So there we go. Typically, I would sort from largest to the smallest. Yeah. Okay, so I'll copy this pivot table and put by the side. Control V. And so another option, so I'll take away the whole date thingy. Now I want to, what other options should we go for? There's so many options. We just take it one after the other. Ship mode. Yeah. So you saw this from largest to smallest. So we have standard, just looking at this, we have standard shipments being the highest out there. It's just a reminder, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Just raise your hand and I'll attend to you whenever. So ship mode, let's now go for customer name. So most times we have a long list. We want to take our top 5 customers or top 10 customers. That would be fair. Who remembers how to filter a pivot table? Who can guide me? I want the top 10 customers from here only. Like, let's even say I didn't sort. Yeah, but even though sorted, top 10 customers, anyone? Okay, so I'll just go on. I'm sure you all know it. Just being humble. But anyway, so you come here and click on the drop down and you see value filter, and you see top 10 down here. This pops up. So you have top 10, you could change it to bottom 10, whatever you want. But top 10, to change the number here, then the items, so sum by sum of sales. No, items rather, it's items, so we want top 10 items. So, okay. So it truncates everyone else and then gives us our top 10. Yeah. This is our top 10 customers. Now, let us see our top sellers. What products had the highest sales? So that should be under category. What category had the highest sales? Okay, so we have category here with technology having the highest sales and furniture. Right, nice. We go on. Let us see the subcategories. So normally when I sort an item, it's supposed to maintain the same sorting. Okay. So phones were the highest sellers, followed by chairs, furniture. What else? I'll pick this again. What else can we take from here? Product name is a long list. Of unnecessary stuff here, so it may not be necessary. But so there is more we can take. Let us see which products had the highest, what quantity, what products had the, without the subcategory, had the highest quantity sold. Sum of quantity. Remember, we formatted this. So we'll just change the format to a number with a comma without decimal places. And there we go. So if I sort this from the largest to the smallest, binders had the had the highest category, had the highest quantity bought. And if I insert this category under, and also have our data this way. So interestingly, you see that technology had the lowest quantity, right? But then the highest revenue, highest sales, right? Then furniture had, yeah, so even office supplies that had the highest quantity had the lowest sales. So these are kind of the insights you get from these things, from this information. But at the beginning, so at the beginning of your analysis, you have to know what your stakeholders want. You have to know what you want, right? So that would help you in deciding what information you want to get. So yes, we're seeing the sales from these, but how about the profits? Let us have a look at the profits. Which category had the highest profits? So we had technology. See, I think I should even put this side by side with this other one. I hope my fonts are not too small. So here we see that for the sales we had technology, yeah, highest sales, highest profits. Furniture was the second highest sales, right? And then the profit was, should I say insignificant? No, not insignificant. It was the least compared to all of them. So even the office supplies that had fewer sales, rather that had like a high number quantity, a lot of quantities sold, and the least sales amount, it gave very good profits. So rather than have this as a standalone, I can just add profit to this. So it is appreciated. So there's a whole lot more we can get from this data. Like I mentioned earlier, so we have this order dates, shipment dates. Let's see if we can get the duration, how long it took between order to ship. So I'll just call this order to shipment. Order to ship. So this is going to be equal to this minus this. There we have it. So typically it will come as a date format because we subtracted date format. If you hover around it and change the format to ink number, even general should actually give you, yeah. So there we go. So from here, we see that it took 3 days. See, it's ordered on the 9th, shipped on the 11th, 3 days, 3 days, 7 days, 7 days. So we're going to, part of the things we're going to do is to get the average ship dates, like lead time, order to ship, lead time. Lead time is basically how long it takes from one point to another point. Okay. I think I can put. Okay, there is this other thing. We have three qualitative, quantitative, or four actually. So sales, quantity, discount, and profit. So we'll just create columns for them, to just create pivots for them. And I'll tell you how they'll come in handy the long run. or the short run. I like to put these guys side by side rather than under any of them, because sometimes when we start working with slicers and interacting with it all, it could mess up, could cause errors when one data set wants to overlap another. I hope we get to see an example, so I show you. So I'm going to put profit next. I'll copy this first. And then I'm going to put discount. And take away discount. Quantity. Then change this to general. Or maybe number without the decimal places. I think those were the four guys there, yeah. Sales, quantity, discount, profits. Okay. And then I noticed that in some of the assignments people handed in when you were creating your dashboard, this particular sheet was very rough. I noticed it was rough. I just want to mention that it's also an important part of your analysis. This is actually the analysis goal. So data sets, analysis, and then the next we'll be creating the dashboard. Okay. So point is your analysis, pivot analysis should be neat and well detailed, right? Like this, I'm going to like put here order dates. Change this to, what was this called again? Ship mode or something like that, right? Ship mode, yeah. Ship mode. Then top 10 customers. Then this was, I think, category. Subcategory. Category. Okay. So you could rearrange the way your data is. If you go to design, you go to report layout, show in tabular form. It does this for you. You could choose to take out the subtotals, so you just see this. You could choose to repeat items, so you have this, but then I don't think we should repeat items. Yeah, so this makes sense. Category, subcategory, quantity. And yes, there we go. So if anybody comes to your sheet, they go from here to here, okay, they get the gist of what's going on here. You could choose to take away the grid lines here if you want to. Yeah. And then our dashboard. Before we continue, Any questions so far? I believe we've done this over and over again, so most people should have a glimpse of it, a good idea of it, rather. But I'm open to questions. Please always feel free to ask questions. Yeah. Okay, no questions. We'll just go to the dashboard creation. And it's an interactive dashboard we're creating. First thing, typically, is take away the grid lines you want your presentation to be given, as the case may be. But before that, let's create our chart. So usually, I'll create the charts from here and few charts. So for this, insert under pivot tables, you go to pivot charts, and yeah, we can go with this. And I'll just hide all fields with buttons. I typically want my data labels to show, so I would not need the primary vertical axis. So I'll take that off. I would not need the grid lines, and the legend doesn't give any information. So the header here is sales trend. I'll just call this sales trend, or sales by sales trend by year. Sales trend. I just call it sales trend. My goodness, it's obviously by year. If you notice this is in reverse, so we'd want it in increasing order. So I am gonna sort this from the oldest to the latest. Yeah. So when it comes to dates, you basically want to sort by the date, not by the quantity. So yeah, so because it's showing a trend. So I've got this. I'll just keep this aside for now. Ship mood. So ship mood. I'm just thinking. Typically, we may not want to see. It could be one could. How do I put this now? How would I put this? One could want to see if it is the requirement of your stakeholders, of your boss or whoever. Or if you want to have the values this way, right? You could, but for me, yeah, I think I just want to see which of the ship modes make the most sales. So anyway, same thing. I could choose to use anything could go here. We could use a bar chart, a pie chart, whatever charts. Like it's nice, but I think I want to use a pie chart for this. Okay. Hide all field buttons. Do I really want this legend here? Maybe not. So I want the data legend, but then I'd want them outside. but more options. If you go to more options, you can, I think I just want percentages. I just want percentage. I don't want the values, percentage, and maybe category name. So however you want it, you could go for it. Looking at it now, I might just want the legend instead of the category name. So I'll go back and put the legend. Yeah, for the header, sales by ship mode. It's in percentage, so move percentage sales by ship mode. Ship mode. Okay, this is sales trend by year. So I know we've all done this, but just like a recap. Yeah, so top customers, we're going to go for, what is that chart called? The column chart? No, the bar chart, yes. When we were in school, back in the days, bar charts were these column charts. I don't know how the things changed. It's all good. So I would hide all fields and then take away this legend. I don't want the grid lines. I don't want the axis. So yes, you could delete from here or you could just end them. But then I want the data label. I want to see how much they did. And it's in reverse. There is this, I really need to go back to it to figure it out. So there is this stuff where you can invert so you can invert the charts from your charts. However, I cannot, I keep mixing it up. So what I do typically is I'll just sort it back from the lowest, from the smallest to the largest, and it just comes in the reverse form here. I would check that out and get back. So this is our top 10 customers. And remember, we're creating an interactive dashboard. So when we add our slicers, you'll see if we put once we select the slicers, everything is supposed to dynamically change based on our selection. Right. So so we have this and this and this. Okay, so we have these two in one. What can we do? Okay, pivot table. Let's work with this and see what it. Oh yes, this is. It's supposed to be a nice chart, but so here you have the furniture and then you have the subcategories, categories and subcategories inside them, which may look nice. However, since we're going to be using sliders to dynamically manipulate them, it may not be necessary to have this like this. So what I would do So I'll just take top 10 items again from here. Value filter, top 10 items. Okay. So we get our slicer, rather our charts, pivot charts, and maybe another bar charts. Top 10, I'll hide all fields. I'll take away this axis and the legend and the grid lines. And then from here, I'll sort from smallest to largest. Oh boy. From smallest to largest, rather. And I'm going to insert, oh, I can reduce this. And then I'll insert the data labels. So top 10, I can call this products. Yeah, subcategories products. Okay. What am I missing? Okay, so I'll just do this category and the pie chart would have been nice for this. But I'm thinking of how to. Oh, this is nice. Let me see if a pie chart can do anything with this. No, it can't. So just take one. Okay, this is cool. So what this donut chart is doing is that it is it's taking the two of them. It's taking both for profits and for sales, of course, the over one, and then for profits. However, I'm particular about communicating a message at a glimpse. So what I'll do is that I'll just unfilter. I'll just put it all up and ask, maybe add the labels. Sales and profits by category. Okay, just so that it's not like I'm biasing your minds. So just a question thrown to the house. I don't even want to go further right now. Does this communicate a message at first glance? Since the floor is open, you could just respond. Looking at this chart, I mean, this could be modified. The shape field could be no field, right? And
so if not for the data labels, it's kind of looking complicated, basically. So I guess it's the data label that is making it look more informative, but the charts alone, I don't know.
So with the data label, please communicate the message to me.
Okay, we are seeing because the values are looking faint now. I don't know, maybe it's from our own end.
No, sorry, let me put them back.
Okay. So we can see that okay, I'm not okay, fine. So please the office supply, there are two office supplies, funny enough. So but we are saying technology has okay, sales and profit, right? Uh is it possible they can be differentiated or because this chart is meant to tell two things: the sales and profit of every category. So yeah,
So you're saying, yeah. So isn't it telling you? You said, and with data labels, it's
yeah,
passing to.
the data labels is they can you can see the figure that technology has 51%, which is the highest basically when it comes to is it profit or sale? Is it
Yeah,
profit or
exactly.
sale?
So is it profit or sale?
You see now it's not being explicit now, so that's another thing. So I feel that this particular chart does not do justice to it.
Beautiful. So just to reiterate, thank you, Jeremiah. Just to reiterate, it is important that when you're creating your charts, right? When you're creating your charts, it must at first glance communicate the message to your viewers, to the stakeholders, so those that are going to be seeing your reports. Okay? Especially those conversant with the business domain. Let it only be when someone that doesn't understand the business domain is viewing it, they're now asking for clarity. Oh, what is this? And then you explain. But when you are all stuttering, oh, is this for profit? Is this for profit? Is this for sales and all that? Yeah, so it's a flag, a red flag. So you want to be sure you are communicating, right? Okay. So I'm going to take this off. And perhaps we just, this is nice. I don't think this looks so bad. This visual. What
Yeah,
do you
it
guys
is
think?
okay. If
Doesn't look bad, right? This also doesn't look bad. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. So we should we go for how many colon charts do we have? One. Okay. So we can choose to go for this other one. So let's go for this. Or we could even make it a combo chart. Uh, Secondary axis can be the sum line. Cool. But yeah, let us just keep it simple. Sometimes complex is fun. How wouldn't I have a line chart? So I'd usually like to have representation of all possible charts in the reports, but no problem. Let's just go with the flow. We could have that in other reports. Um, okay, I don't know. Let's see. It seems training to look at. Okay, I'm putting it back this way. Okay, so what solution can we prefer to this cluster? I mean, I literally just remembered. Who can remind us what we can do to decluster this and make our data more presentable? Not just this, every other one. Let me see who remembers. Anybody?
We can make it a percentage.
It will. No, we don't want percentage. We want to do values.
Okay.
So is it after format that we reduced it to maybe 836?
Are you asking or you're answering the question, sir?
No, I'm asking.
I'm asking, you're asking.
Okay.
Yeah, so great. Yeah, so formatting it helps like make it helps make your work more presentable. Yeah, so like this, come here and format. Where is the format? Where is the format? Yeah, that's it. And then you go to custom. Who remembers that format that year? I seem to have forgotten it. Or have I? So I'm going to do this. This is in thousands, so I guess put a double comma here. I keep forgetting. I shouldn't be. Oh no, this is yeah, so this works, but this is like rounding it up to I think I had it written somewhere. I have to do this expo.
So can I call it out?
Okay, you have it. Sharp
Yes.
guy.
So is it from million?
Can you type on the chat box? Think you can?
Okay, let me do that. Where's the chat box?
Or call it out, let's see if you can. I'm just
okay.
looking at
The $ hash comma, $ comma,
go
then
on.
double hash 0 comma, then open quoted
Double
open
hash.
quotes,
Oh, this is triple.
dollar hash comma, then double hash 0
Dollar hash comma. Dollar hash comma.
Yes, $ hash comma.
Okay.
Then double hash signs again.
Double hash.
Times.
Double hash times.
Sign. Oh, sign. I did not say the double hash
Double-
sign. Then
Okay.
zero comma.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think someone has dropped a chat. Someone has
Okay.
dropped a chat. 0, comma K.
Yes. Zero. Yeah.
No, please, can you put it in full? Because I'm not even like I'm just in 0. James, can you put it in full? That'll help. Plus comma K. I'm not.
Can you hear me, sir?
Hey, tell me.
That is what I just used, 0, comma, K in quotes, then hit.
As in literally 0 and comma K.
Yes, sir.
That is going to be strange, but okay. Oh, okay. These guys, we need to like learn formatting so that we know. Thank you. So I'll just copy and use it here. Oh no. So what now happens to this guy? So we should still be able to put like a 0, 0, 0. No, a hash. Sorry, I'm going to take out time to study the logic behind this. Can you imagine? Shift hash. Okay. So these other ones are even in thousands. We worked with millions in the last one. So we want to be careful. Dealings. Should I do this here? Okay. Let's leave this as is. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Obo, thank you. Okay, Jeremiah, this might just work. Let me try this for this one that is above. Okay, I think the double quote's not required. There we have it. Thank you. Okay. So here in our chart, it's more presentable. We now have, yeah, it's more given now. We can see everything. Um, so one more of this. fill fields. Remember, we added a colon for, yes, this is, when we added this colon to get the time between order date and ship date, order to ship lead time. If we come to our pivot table now and we look, it's not here. All we need to do is to refresh. I could go to data and refresh all. And here it's come up, right? So that's the beauty of having it in a table. If it was not in a table, it would have been still possible, but more complex. So here we're not looking for a sum. It's summing up all the lead time, which does not make sense. So what we want to get is the average lead time. Average lead time and average lead time. So we're going to change this from sum. We'll go to summarize by, value by average. So average lead time is 4 based on, so I'll just call this average ship or average order to ship time. Oh, it's not given. Average time order to ship. I think, yeah. So as far as it's communicating the message clearly, we're good. So one more thing for our dynamic dashboard is the slicer. I'll just go to this first visual and select slicers. So what slicers are we going to need? We would need okay, maybe we should just put the visuals first and then we'll come back to that. Dashboard. And last time what we did was what to arrange. So Control X, Control V, literally selects everything. Why are there so few? X. Here and V. Okay. So this is all. It feels so few. Okay. Sales trend. I think for this sales trend, we should just add profit to it. I'm just thinking it feels too bland. So I'll just add the profits. Maybe if I say we do percentage profit now, Dami will unmute and say it is profit margin. Okay, so if you have a chart and then you want to change the chart type, you could just right click on it and then you'd see change chart type. And here I want to use a combo because I want to use a line chart for this guy. And I'll summarize this. Just click on OK. I'll summarize this by, not summarize, I'll show value as percentage of grand total so that we have it in percentage. And yes, I would just change this to 1 decimal place. I don't know what this is. Okay, I think this guy is a bit confused. Let's try again. change chart type to combo, put this wahala. The format of this is not formatting. Format axis, the format type is percentage. So I would just help myself to avoid complications, because yeah, other than troubleshooting, sometimes you just start afresh. So add, insert the pivot chart. Yeah, you see which one was faster, troubleshooting or reworking? Reworking. Yeah, so I don't need a way waiting with this. Okay. So legend can go to the top or behind. I think it is taking too much space. I'll add the labels here. Maybe they should be at the top, above. And then this grid lines can go. These other ones like this, labels, they're at the top. So we have to find a way to, if I take away the secondary vertical axis, yeah, so this is a funny thing that happens. So they might just have to stay there in harmony. So maybe I'll just put these other ones in a box. Or not. Text field can be. I don't know what to do again. Like, okay, just come over here and stay. Yeah, you can choose to remove these guys. It's not even making sense. So yeah, so this stuff can be annoying at times. It's just not, I think I'll just resolve to giving it the same color of the line so that people can easily identify. Oh boy. Why is it just one that's selected? And these ones, maybe move them up a bit. Okay, I'll not do again. Chat title. What was the title again? Control A, Control V, sales trend by year. Sales trend by year. Yes, performance is also sales. Profit is also sales. So sure, this sum of sales, sum of profit. We could change that from here, just change this to sales. And then change this to profit. And there you have it. This guy can go back to dashboard. So, just a, what do they call that thing that when they want to like tell you a part of a movie, you're about to see a movie and then they don't tell you a part before you see the movie. What is it called? Anybody? It's called a uh, these movie people, what do they call it? Someone should help me out. It's going to be applicable here in my next statement.
Thriller.
No, not thriller. Like maybe you're about to see a movie and then I tell you, oh, you're going to see so and so in the movie. Spoiler alert. That's the word. Spoiler alert. So, spoiler alert. You're going to do 5 dashboards between today and between tomorrow, yeah, and Tuesday, right? So that is a spoiler alert I'm giving you now, so you would know. Okay, so shall we possibly figure out how best to arrange this? Allow me to take this out for a bit. Maybe keep it. I'll just bring it back here for temporarily. Let us format our dashboard space. So we use shapes to format our dashboard space. So if you go to insert and shapes, let me take a rectangular rounded corners. Then I'll just create this. So maybe we put a header first. Okay, what we can do, I hope I can do this in less than 30 minutes. We can always adjust this. Control D from here. Can I change this to okay. So I'm not the best of UI UX designers. I have a very hard time selecting. I feel like I've made a bad choice right now. Oh no, this is bad. I'll just go back to this other guy. Yeah. Don't worry, it's gonna come into shape. And I'll call this when we get to Power BI, you'd love it so much that you'd probably not want to create a dashboard in Excel again afterwards. So we'll come here and how many of those analysis did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll replicate this in 5 places. 8, 8, 3, 4, 5. I think we'll have to do some adjustments afterwards. Just okay. These colors can be changed to white because what is this? The font, let's just use black for now. This white is too white for now. We'll get back. Okay. Sorry, I know things are looking weird right now, but have some faith. Yeah, so these are for the edges. We may not want much of those. So we put this here and maybe we just take another one, put here. Yeah. So we can adjust them when we start putting in our dashboards. So for this, please, there's so many ways. In fact, I'm going to recommend some YouTube videos where you can watch and replicate. This is just a very unprofessional entry-level stuff. Okay, so for this, I think we can take this off. Insert. So in shape, insert a text box. So here I'm going to put equal to, and I would X. So you see pivot analysis. So do not do this. Insert. When you click on insert, you come here and equal to. So do not just click on the spot, go for the alphabet, because if you click on it, it's going to mess things up in ways I cannot explain. It's probably give you an error or mess things up for you. So X, so we have X3, I think this is X4. So the row is 4, so X4. So just put X4 and hit enter. And there you have it, the value comes here. I think I should just take these guys off because I can't do that for all of them, and Control D here. Come here and change this to, I think X, no, it's not going to be X5. I'll just take note of this. So this is, okay, so Z, A, B, A, D, A, F, Z, A, B, A, D, F, Z, A, B, A, D, and the last one was what? AF. Okay. So we have our values here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can work on them. Maybe centralize. Right. We make them bold or not. Yikes. So we can, I haven't done, we can insert another. Okay. So let's leave that. So we can add a text box from here under insert text box and come here. Sales would be total sales. Yeah, so I think this can be expanded, yeah, to accommodate this. So sales, oh, just sales. Here we have profits. Here we have discounts. Here we have quantity. And here we had, what was this? Lead time. Lead time order to ship. Yeah, so we can expand this to fit everything. Oops. So we could highlight everything and take away the outline. The outline is the line that surrounds it and select no outline. So there we go. Probably centralizing this should be more given. So yeah. I think we can take away the border lines from from these guys too. The outline. Yeah. Okay. Let's bring in the visuals. Let's see how they fare. Maybe one after the other. This has to go anyway. Where's the feature? Can't find it. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Shape. So there should be this option send to the back. Ah, where are these guys going to? Align. Send to back. Okay, there must be something I am not getting right. Because why are these visuals going away? The aim is to put them inside here. Then I leave them and then they're going. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah. So it's been quite a while I created a dashboard in Excel. Of course, there's Power BI, all. Okay. Okay, you guys already know all this. I'll just add the last visual and last two visuals. And then we'll get on. We have just 8 minutes to go. Let's. It would have been nice to have everything aligned to one. Okay, maybe I'd reduce this. So in our next class, we'll look at further arranging That's modifying, aligning our reports. And further working on dashboards, dashboard creation. Sorry, I'm not. I mean, this is typically the life of an analyst. Data in the presentation, you have to make it enticing, as the case may be. I don't think we need this guy. You have to make it enticing, so it takes a lot of time. Personally, for me, the visualizations take a lot more time than any other thing. Some people are really good at visualizing data. I prefer the back end part of it where you do the calculations, but I mean, you'd hardly have excuses for this. I'm also very terrible with colors. I've told you guys before. So that could also be a limitation for me. Okay, I'll just stop here. Sometime. So I know one thing that is new to some of you, most of us here, if not all, was the addition of these headers. Right. If you look at it, let me try to take this off. If you look at it, remember a dashboard is like the summarization of a data of data sets to communicate a message with ease. So the idea, like I said, is at first glance you want to communicate the message to your stakeholders. So looking at it, oh, okay, yeah, I think I'll have to expand this rather than this. It is more relevant info, but I wouldn't do that now. We've not added. Remember, we've not. It's a dynamic dashboard. We've not added slicers yet, and so in fact, I must add. We still have time, so I must add a slicer. Let's add the slicer. Okay. And set slicer. One slicer would need to add is maybe the year. So other dates. Oh no. Please no. Please no. There should be. Yeah, okay, beautiful. That's it. So under settings, hide items that do not exist. Okay. So I'll just put this for now by this side. Eventually, the aim is to arrange the slicers here. But I'll have to expand this. So to continue that next pass, that wouldn't stop the assignments from coming, so you know. So if we select over, it's not linked. So let's connect to report connection, report connections, and I think we literally just need to select every table for now because of time. 3 minutes to go. Okay, so selecting this, see it applies to every chart here, every visual. Does it mean every year the average lead time was 4? Let me be sure it's connected to this. So this pivot name is called pivot 16. I'll go to the dashboard and check the report connection to see if pivot 16 is connected. It is. So we had a standard average lead time of 4 days. For the years. And that is it. It gets more complex than this from the data. So I'll be sharing some data sets with you all. The goal is to extract as much information as you can. We've already done this. So those that haven't done this, I'm pretty much interested in seeing this done. I'm going to share like 5 data sets with you tomorrow before noon. We hope that it's completed by Tuesday before we have our next class. Okay, please, do we have questions? Anyone with questions? No questions? Okay. I'll stop recording.